This semester, I was greatly impacted by all of the course materials that were addressed, and I have learned more than I could have imagined I would have coming into this course about myself, where I live, and the world itself. I never thought that it would have impacted me as much as it has. The most influential materials that I have decided to focus on are A Girl Like Me by Kiri Davis, Dear White People, created by Justin Simeon, and The Angry Eye by Jane Elliott. These materials are all connected in some way while impacting my worldview and guiding me to the conclusion that humans strive to be accepted by society, even though we have a corrupt society.
Like my siblings are all lighter than me, and my mom, she's dark skinned, but she's lighter than me. So like I noticed, and I was like, hey, how come I'm the darkest, and everybody else is so light? And I don't know. Since I was younger, I also considered being lighter as a form of beauty, or beautiful, beautiful than being dark skinned. So I used to think of myself as being ugly because I was dark skinned.
A Girl Like Me consists of several young black women explaining circumstances in which they wish they were perfect black women. These women do everything they can in order to make themselves appear as someone they are not. Dear White People is a Netflix original series that consists of a young black woman, Samantha White, who hosts a radio show while struggling with being accepted due to being biracial in a predominantly white Ivy League school. The Angry Eye consists of a class being separated by their eye color in which students with the minority eye color were tormented. All of these materials are connected by human desire to be treated equal. The only thing they all have in common is that people always want to change who they are or how they look in order to fit in and be accepted by society. In A Girl Like Me, a young black woman explains that she would bathe in bleach because her skin was too dark to be a pretty black woman. In Dear White People, Samantha White could not classify herself as white because she looks black, but she struggled with being accepted into the black union because she was not black enough. Even if Samantha wanted to be seen as white, it would not be socially acceptable. In The Angry Eye, students with blue eyes were crying because they were being tormented for something that was not accepted by society, as well as being something they cannot change. All in all, these materials were all connected by the fact that every single person has traits that are not socially acceptable, but they cannot change them. My perspective on society has changed drastically after coming to college, and it is probably the best thing that happened to me. Before college, I thought it was normal to want to change everything about myself and be someone else because that's what society was telling me to do. Although, after going to college and taking this course, I have learned that every human being should be focusing on bettering themselves for no one but themselves. There are all types of people all over the world of different races that would change the way they look in an instant in order to be accepted by society. These materials have impacted my worldview because I've realized that we are all pretty much exactly the same. We're all humans that want to make the best lives for ourselves and be the best versions of ourselves, and if we all want the same thing, we should not be discriminating against each other for it. The black women in A Girl Like Me have taught me that the current version of myself is the best version of myself. Samantha White and Dear White People taught me that I can define myself however I want to be defined. The students in The Angry Eye taught me that I should never discriminate against someone if they are different than me, because that means I'm different than them, and they could discriminate against me in the exact same way. College is one of the best things that has happened to me, and it really made me think about the society I am in. Whether we are looking at the spectrum of people in the city of Milwaukee, the state of Wisconsin, the United States, or the entire world itself, every single person wants to be accepted for who they are, but they can't be because it is not accepted by society. Moral of the story, we all want the same thing. Everyone wants to be loved, admired, or accepted, and I think these materials are the perfect example of how humans' actions completely contradict what we want.
And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet.